Hey, I thought I would make a short video about something that just came up that I think it reoccurs a lot while you're doing research assignments, not just in debate, but anywhere else. So I wanted to make the argument that um, it's too late for us to turn climate change around. Therefore, building a bunch of nuclear plants in the name of fighting climate change is basically futile. All right, and then as I was doing that, the first thing that came along was, one of the top hits was this article from the Times of Israel. Now, as I'm reading through here, I was just kind of skimming, I was collecting stuff as I'm reading through here. Really, the Times of Israel is reporting on another article that's already been published by The Guardian. And so this is a lesson in primary sources. The Times of Israel now is acting as a secondary source. And so finding primary sources means going the extra step. And even though this happens a lot, I've never really recorded it happening. So when that happens, I go to the Guardian newspaper. And here we have, you gotta get rid of this, the cookie notices and stuff like that. But here is the climate scientist. We're doomed, and now this becomes the primary source. You could go even further. He has research that he is citing, and that's been published, and you could keep on going and drilling down until you get to the primary sources. Sometimes it is a bit of a judgment call, but I think this one is particularly, I think this one is close enough to a primary source in order to cite it. And so the date on this one, what is the date on this one? The date is important when it comes to climate science and things like that. And so I would like to find when this was published. There we go, April 26, 2018. So that is a lesson in finding primary sources. Don't just cite the first source that hits. When you read through it, if it is citing another article heavily, it's probably best to go and find that other article. And it might be as simple as following a link. Otherwise, what you would have to do is you could just highlight something and find it. So if there wasn't that link, I would find a really important, so I'm making sure that I highlight his name, right? And look, the Guardian is the first one that comes up. There's a Wikipedia page on him, Times, and so you could just Google it. You could just find it in a popular search engine if it doesn't have a link, and it's not that hard in this day and age.